Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're actually doing a Tenpai deck profile. I've been playing this deck for about the last month, and I feel confident to actually give you a deck profile, give you my thoughts on the deck, while I actually know what I'm talking about. I don't want to pick up a deck for like 1 week, be like, oh, I know everything, and then throw a deck profile out there, and it'd just be awful. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. It's pretty simple. We got the core here. The way I organize my decks, we go core, consistency cards, hand traps, board breakers. That's how this will be. Just makes it easy for everyone to understand. So we got 3 Pydra. We've got 3 Chandra, 2 Fodra, 3 Summoning, and 3 Hyman. That is it for the true core of the deck. Pydra is a spell trap search on normal or special. Chandra, if you control a fire dragon, you can special it from hand. During damage calc, it'll special one from deck. Fodra specials another fire dragon from grave. Summoning just says no. Your opponent can't respond during main 1, and it also searches and discards 1. Kaiman searches during any point. If you use it in battle phase, it searches and specials the monster. So we'll go ahead and get into the consistency cards of the deck. We have 3 Prosp, 1 Terraforming. I feel like with this package here, this deck is plenty consistent enough. You don't need more consistency cards. I don't know what you would put in. I don't know, like, what could you put in? You could put in, like, set rotation or something, but let's just not do that. But yeah, you can kill under Prosp. This is the more budget variant of the deck, so we are not running Trident Dragion. I'm not paying $70 for that when it's getting reprinted. You can still kill just fine without it, I believe so. Also, when you play without it, I feel like it makes you a better duelist, because you actually learn how to pick apart boards better instead of just making Trident Dragion pop 6k 3 times. We got 1 called by, just because we had an extra slot. We'll go ahead and put this here. So now we're going to go ahead and get into the board breakers. This is 3 Santa Claus. I will explain here in a second. 3 Fenrir, 3 Raigeki, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies. My reasoning for this, Santa Claus is technically a better kaiju in this deck. So when you tribute summon their monster, just get rid of it with Santa Claus. It summons in defense position. Your extra deck level 10 body, the new synchro, when you summon it, you can change this to attack position. It's a 1200 beater. So it's actually smaller than kaiju's, and you can use 2 of these on your opponent. If you don't kill them, they get the draw. You're gonna kill them. It's fine. Fenrir is great going first and second, so I'm maining it. The 3 Raigeki, this should honestly be 3 droplet. You have the ability to discard up to like 2 or 3 cards in this deck just fine, and halves the attack, so it feels fine. 2 lightnings from 1 harpies. Some people are in main replacing these with Cyclone. That way, if you're at like a larger event like a YCS or a regional or a nationals, whatever, they say, oh, you go first. If you go first, these 3 cards are dead. You can put in Cyclones, and you can set them, and it becomes an interruption instead of just a dead card. If you do want to keep them in, worst case scenario, you just discard them off the field spell or droplet. Now we got the hand traps. We got 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Emperor. Who would have guessed? You can do whatever you want with your hand traps. Some people run Nib. I don't run Nib. I don't want to have a hard time getting over the token without Trident Dragion. But yeah, we will go ahead and get into the extra deck now. Nothing crazy, but I think it's worth mentioning why I did certain things in the extra deck. 2 Bident. 2 is the correct ratio, I believe. And then 2 of Transcendent Dragion. This is the new one, not the old one. Not Bident Dragion, but Transcendent Dragion. If you have the old Dragion, run this at 1, replace 1 with it. And that's literally the only difference. I run the Ancient Fury combo in this deck just because I feel like Necro Valley is crazy, this format. I would consider these cards pretty much that combo. Got 1 Ruddy Rose, 1 Black Rose. Now, At my locals, Ruddy Rose doesn't come up a lot, but I feel like against Snake Eye, this card's crazy. And then 1 Black Rose. And then 1 Koi Belt. The reason you run the Koi Belt and the Black Rose, this is spot removal. This will blow up your own board. So if there's one card that's giving you trouble and you don't want to have to blow up your own board, you can just remove 1 during battle phase. And then we've got 1 Meteor Burst, 1 Samurai Destroyer. This is to stop your opponent's battle phase shenanigans. This also works against the Tenpai Mirror. I think it's the best outcome of running these 2 cards is against Yubel. It feels really good. They can't interact during battle phase, so you can just kill them. And then we've got 2 Spheres and 1 Phoenix. I'll explain this. This is funny. 2 Spheres. Sometimes you get in a grind game, 2 comes up. 1 Phoenix is because sometimes I mess up. I know that's crazy, right? You run Phoenix just in case if you mess something up and you can't make Koi Belt. So if you have like 2 Chandra, well, you can't do a 2 Chandra because it's the same name. So if you end on like tuner, non-tuner. So if you end like Pydra, Fadra, you can Nightmare Phoenix, and then if you don't have the ability to make Koi Belt, you still remove something from the field. You can also replace this with, is it Striker Dragon SP? So you can go Striker Dragon, another body into SP. And SP is just better Phoenix, but it's expensive, so I'm not buying it. I don't like spending a lot of money on cardboard. But yeah. We'll go ahead and get into the side deck now. I'll explain it. So we have got 1 Magnemite. You could run 1 Magnemite, 2 Druis Worm, because with Druis Worm, a Banish from Grave is an interruption. You summon it, they remove it from field. It's another interruption to destroy something. Magnemite can also search. You can also go, I don't know why you would do this. I've seen people do it. It's interesting. You'd go like Spheres, Tribute, Spheres affecting Grave, summon Magnemite. Its attack and defense becomes 0, effect to add on end phase. And that would be on your opponent's end phase. It's fine. I don't see why you would do it though. I would just special Pydra, go Pydra effect, add your field spell if you don't have it, or the Quick Play, or Chandra, just whatever you want. So we got that. We got 3 Cyclone. We got 1 Necro Valley. Got 3 Judgment. 3 Trap Trick. 3 D-Barrier. 1 Rivalry. My explanation for this, I do run the Ancient Fairy combo in this deck. Necro Valley is crazy against a lot of stuff. It's really good against Lab. It's really good against Yubel. It's good against Snake Eye. It's good against a lot of stuff in the meta. Judgment, if they force you to go first, you side this in, you hope you see it, and it becomes part of your end board. This deck kind of needs it sometimes going first. 3 Trap Trick, 3D Barrier. Yeah, this is for branded. And Voiceless Voice. It's pretty good against Voiceless Voice. Well, it's not just good, it's great. It's like turn ending. And then 1 Rivalry. This is specifically for Rogue or Snake Eye. I mainly just play at a local level. I went to YCS Raleigh, but yeah, nothing too crazy. I do like to keep this list fairly simple. The way I have built it works perfectly for me at my locals. I'm not attempting to change it. If I am winning locals with the deck, why would I? But yeah, I know this is a pretty simple deck profile. I'm going to go ahead and get into some combos now, just to show you guys at least one. I want to at least show off the Ancient Fairy combo. It's so cool with the eroded Ancient Fairy. Makes you feel like you're back in the day. And just setting Necro Valley, flipping Necro Valley is like, oh, it feels wonderful. But yeah, I'll get into that now. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to show you guys a combo here. This is what I would consider the best going first combo in the deck before we get the new support. So you're going to need to open a way to Pydra, a way to the field spell, and a discard. It's best if you just go ahead and open these 2. They're both 3-ofs, so you got a high chance of that, including terraforming. And a random discard. This is the discard for the field spell. And if you're going first, you're going to have 5 cards in hand, so you should have this discard. A lot of the time, you'll just have a dead card, so it's fine. Come on, man. Come on, you can't be doing this right now. Okay, I think I got this. You gotta go. You gotta go. I love you, but you gotta go. Or you can just sit on my lap. That's fine too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this simple combo. It's relatively long, but it's very linear, so you'll be able to remember it pretty easily. So before we do anything, we're going to go ahead and activate the field spell. This is going to insulate all of our plays in main 1. Feels really good. And they can still activate effects. They can respond to them, they're just unaffected. So if you've got a player that has not played against Tenpai, they ash it, they attempt to put the ash back in their hand, you say no, it's just unaffected, throw that thing back in grave. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Pydra. We're going to add the quick play spell since we opened summoning. And there's different lines you can do the same play with. This is the simplest though. We'll go ahead and grab Kaiman. Now we're going to go ahead and activate the field spell. You add then discard. It is not for cost. We are going to grab green. Grab the green. And we're going to discard the random card. We're then going to activate Sangen Kaiman. We're going to grab Chandra. If you control a fire dragon monster, you can special it. Doesn't matter. It's going to be off board. We're just summoning it. Go ahead and get that on board. We have the fodder in hand for later. At this point, we're going to go ahead and make Ancient Fairy. Where are you? There you are. Synchro. And to Ancient Fairy. We are going to go Ancient Fairy effect to special from hand. We're going to special the Fodra. We're going to Fodra effect to special from grave. You are going to special the level 4 tuner. This way you can make another synchro. We're going to keep this on board as long as we can. The blow up field spell effect of this, we're going to use last and make sure every play that we do with fire dragons is insulated. And if they have nib at the end of this, you just get nibbed and you end on Necro Valley. So who cares? We are going to go ahead and make Bite It. So we're going to get rid of these two. We're going to Bite It. Bite It, effect to special from grave. At this point, it doesn't matter what you special back from grave. You just need an extra body. So we're going to special that. At this point, we do have to go Ancient Fairy effect. We're going to blow up our own field spell. We're going to gain a K. It is a time card also, which is hilarious. That's how I won a match against Branded last week. We're going to grab the Necro Valley. We are not going to activate this yet. We're going to keep it in hand. Then, we're going to get rid of these two. For a Zulkin. We're then going to set the Necro Valley. Once the Necro Valley is set, we're going to go Zulkin effect. Do special from extra. A Crystal Wing. It depends on what you want to do. If you feel like you have backup, you can actually summon this attack position. Because if you make the Synchro 10 on your opponent's turn, they are forced to whack into your monsters. If this negates, it gains attack. So it can win you games in very specific situations. But I just summon it in defense because if you're playing against another Tenpai player and they have something like Lightning Storm, it feels really bad. At this point, we are going to go ahead and, not overlay, we're going to link out these two. For a Spheres. We're then gonna flip the Necro Valley. So it feels fine. So going first, it's like a 2.5 card combo. It's not quite a 3 card combo, you just need that discard. But it's relatively consistent. Plus Necro Valley, plus Spheres, plus this. And what you can do, let's say it passes to your opponent. You're thinking Necro Valley is bad for me too. I can't special under it, it's fine. We're gonna tribute the Spheres. We're gonna bounce something they have back to hand. Separate Chain effect engrave to special from deck. We're gonna special a Pydra. Its attack and defense becomes 0, but its effects aren't negated. So we're gonna go effect, and we are gonna search another one with field spell. So when they pass back to you, you literally just get rid of Necro Valley, and you've drawn for turn, so you have another card in hand if they killed both of these, and it's full combo again. It is absolutely crazy. I think I love this deck. So back in the heyday when like Grinmaju was really good, and when Grinmaju was really bad, I attempted to play it, and I really enjoyed it. This is just this is like way scarier Grinmaju, like Danger Pile. It's really scary, but I just wanted to show you guys at least one combo with this deck. I know going second, it's pretty linear. You just break their board. You go Pydra, Chandra effect, do your combo. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. So there actually are a couple weaknesses to this deck. If you activate Sangen Summoning They don't respond to the activation. You go effect to search. They can ogre it. This can still be blown up. Ogre is actually reasonably good against the meta 2 right now, so you might see that your locals. Your plays are insulated in main 1, but during battle phase, if they have nothing on board and they have like an Imperm or an Ash to special from deck with Chandra, or a Crow for Fadra because it targets Engrave, all of that hurts. You just have to remember they can do those things during battle phase. Don't forget that. So real quick, at the end of this video, I wanted to add this segment. So this is on Why Go Omega. This is a digital simulator for the game. I've got the whole list here. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put this YDK down in the description if you want to play this on Nexus or Omega or whatever simulator you use. And this has got a built-in function. This is actually the lowest rarity of all the cards in the deck. It is 193. So you can have possibly the second best deck in the game right now for around $200. It feels really good. Thank you guys so much for watching. Anyone who clicked on this video and lasted this long, that is amazing. I know it can be very boring and convoluted, but I hope I gave you guys the info that you needed to be able to enjoy and learn the deck. But I shall talk to you guys later.